Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Jeffrey Lazarus, and you are watching Let's Play Mass Effect on the Gaming Vector. So now that we're past the intro, we are groundside on the planet Eden Prime. We have our squad here. It is myself, Commander Shepard, Caden Alenko, and Richard Jenkins, the red shirt. So we're going to go ahead and go into squad here. We'll take a look. We'll give Caden, we'll go ahead and level up his Sentinel ability, and we'll give him Barrier. We can also level up Jenkins, but there's really no point, because as I said, he's a red shirt, and you'll see why momentarily. Let's go ahead and get to some gameplay, shall we? Alright, now we've got on the left bumper our weapons wheel. I'm going to go ahead and swap to my shotgun. We'll leave them with their current weapons. On the right bumper, we've got our ability wheel. So there, Caden has Sabotage, Throw, and Barrier. I have Overload and Sabotage. And we're going to go ahead and head out and get started on our adventure. Those over there, gas bags, non-hostile. Now, as we head up the hill here, turn this corner, and Jenkins' final moments in the Mass Effect franchise. There's some clipping issues there. Caden and I have clipped through each other. Lovely.
Not now, Commander.
There we are. Having a little trouble with the early controls. We'll get used to it as the game goes on. And Caden, of course, wants to check on our now dead squad mate.
Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Leave him. We need to finish the mission.
Aye, ma'am.
Let's go ahead and get our weapon out again. Now, as you can see down there in the bottom left, we've got our shields and our health. We've also got more enemies approaching. There we are.
I've got some burned out
And that's a level up. Now,
of bodies. I'm gonna check it out.
also, as you can see down there in the bottom left, we've got two icons, one next to the back button, one next to the Y button. The Y button is to heal up. Let's go ahead and do that. And the one by the back button is for grenades. Bottom right, we've got a motion detector. While we're here, let's go ahead and level up. And we're going to go ahead and start boosting some of these abilities. And let's grab Caden here, and he's got 2 points. We'll give him first aid so that he can help out with healing squad mates. And we'll go ahead and give him Sentinel. That way his recharge time with his abilities is reduced even further, and he increases his damage and accuracy with pistols. So moving on ahead through this first mission. Once again, this is Eden Prime, a human colony. They've found a Prothean beacon. The Protheans are a race that existed 50,000 years ago, died out, and are supposedly the source for all of the Mass Effect technology that they use to travel through the stars. These are Geth recon drones. Weak enemies. You can say they can only take one shotgun blast before they go down. Not terribly powerful. You can see Caden's Caden's shield has maxed out there. That's him using his barrier ability. And up ahead, we're going to encounter our new squad member, Miss Ashley Williams. And also, we get our first sight of the Geth and the Dragon's Teeth. And you'll see the point of those later on. So, Ashley's pinned down by these Geth troopers. We're going to go ahead and move in. We'll activate our abilities. We'll overload that one, and we'll see if Caden can't sabotage the other. And that takes care of them.
The 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
I need a status report, now.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
You just left the rest of your unit behind to die?
We held our position as long as we could. The Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
You're coming with us, Williams. We need that beacon.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Move out!
Now, the Geth are a synthetic, as they're called in this, synthetic race of alien AI. And they have just now reappeared outside of what is known as the Perseus Veil for some reason. So here we get our first ammo upgrades. Some phasic rounds, some radioactive rounds. Also going to open this crate. Light human armor, the Scorpion 1. I can actually use that for Shepard. So we're going to go ahead and check into our equipment here. A little tutorial on how to use that. Now, as you can see, direct stat comparison between the two armors, the Onyx 1, which I'm currently wearing, and the Scorpion 1, which is the one that I just picked up. Higher damage protection, higher shields, higher tech and biotic protection. I can right bumper to preview what the item will look like. I can also hit right stick for details. Not really all that important. We're going to go ahead and equip that. And we're going to find our shotgun here and press X. That will give us our upgrades. And we can go to ammo upgrades, radioactive rounds, and phasic rounds. Now, phasic rounds give us shield bypass, but remove some of the damage. The radioactive rounds give us a cooldown reduction. I'm not going to take either of those for myself at the moment. We're going to go ahead and leave that empty. However, we are going to go ahead and give the phasic rounds to Caden for his pistol. And we'll get Ashley's assault rifle here, our new squad member, and we will give her the radioactive rounds. Now, also, you'll see squad is lit up. This means we have another level up. Ashley has just joined the team, so we're going to go ahead and boost her assault rifle skill. We will boost her soldier skill, because she will have health regeneration. That could come in very handy later on. And from here, we have 2 points left to spend. We're going to go ahead and put them in assault rifles and combat armor. We'll check just to make sure we don't have any points to spend on the other characters. And let's move on. down to the dig site. Once again, dragon's teeth. You'll see these along the way, people impaled on these spikes, as we saw earlier. And that will come up later on as to what the function of those actually is. And we've got some more Geth troopers up ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move in. Accuracy with your shots is not incredibly important. What is more important is the amount of points you've put into the weapon. That will make you more accurate. That will cause you to do more damage with said weapon. Let's go ahead and head over to this crate. We'll open this up and see what kind of goodies are inside. We've got a new pistol, a new assault rifle, and a new sniper rifle. Go ahead and take these and equip them real quick. We will give the assault rifle to Ashley. As you can see, it does more damage, but can fire less shots before an overheat. For myself, I'm going to go ahead and take the sniper rifle. I don't intend on using it very much, but we will see how things play out, and we'll go ahead and give Caden the pistol. The accuracy is way down. Shots before overheat is one less, but the damage increase I feel is worth it at this point in time. Also, you can transfer your old installed upgrades to the new item, so bam, right there, he's still got his ammo that I gave him earlier. And now we'll walk over here to the dig site and investigate.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Let's go ahead and get our weapons back out. Make sure that everyone's got their proper weapons equipped.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
Now here we'll see the effects of the dragon's teeth.
Keep your guard up. Oh God, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Now these are called husks. They act very much like zombies. And because of that, shotguns are still a good way to put them down.
All clear.
The dragon's teeth replace the organic parts of whatever being, in this case a human, with synthetic and electronic parts, essentially turning them into zombies. They're shock troopers for They're basically shock troopers designed to instill fear in the enemies. And first time playing through the game, they work fairly well in that regard. Afterwards, not terribly intimidating once you know how to deal with them. They're not terribly strong enemies, but we will see them more and more as the series goes on. Just leveling up here again. Going ahead and boosting my stats up. We will level up his throw and barrier. And with Ashley, we're going to stay pretty much even across the board. Just make her a good all-around soldier. Once we start getting some of the other characters, I honestly don't see using these two a whole lot. Alright, here we will get a minigame where we have to override the lock on this door. And it's a simple Simon Says style button pressing minigame, nothing too difficult about it. Except when you fail it the first time. So typically we'd be able to get in here. There's a small cutscene where we talk to a couple of characters, and an opportunity rather, to earn some renegade points. Now, what I'm going to do, since I failed at that, is we are going to... Let's go ahead and give him this pistol. It's the same pistol he already had. But what we can do is we can take these items that are in our inventory that we're not using, such as this Kessler pistol, for instance, and we can press Y to convert the item into Omnigel. And if we do that with enough items, which most of these I don't intend on using for very long, we can get some much better stuff later on. Especially once I actually get to the ship. Back to the ship, rather. So we're just going to go ahead and convert all these to Omnigel. Don't really need any of them. And now we can override using the Omnigel, pop the door, and head on in.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
How did you end up in this shed?
We hid here during the attack. They must have come here for the beacon. Luckily it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Oh my God! What did you do?
That might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time till he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Okay, so heading on up here, and here we get our first glimpse of Saren Arterius.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
So as you can see there and hear from that gunshot, Saren has betrayed us.
What is that?
And
Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
that is Saren's ship, Sovereign. There's a lot of story behind that ship that we'll get to as we play through this game and find out what's actually going on. For the time being, we're going to head down here. Let's go ahead and use our ability to deal with these enemies down the hill. Once again, simply more Geth Troopers and Husks, and nothing special going on here. This is still very much a tutorial area.
Target's down.
So we will encounter some different, more difficult, and more varied enemies later on. Got some Omni Gel from that crate. And let's go ahead and pop this door and see if we can't get a little more story about what's going on here on the planet. Succeeded in that one.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Nice going, Cole. I told you we should have stayed hidden.
It's okay. We're all on the same side here. We're just farmers. We've been hiding ever since that ship first showed up.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
If there's something you're not telling me...
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You greedy bastard. You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No, it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Now, right here, you'll see the effect of putting bonuses into Charm or Intimidate. Since I'm not using Charm, I don't have this option up here. However, I do have the You're Holding Out on Me option, so we're going to go ahead and give that a try. And this should get us a nice little bonus item.
I'm only going to ask this once. Think long and hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
Wait, I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. You might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Would you rather be a snitch or a corpse?
Powell. His name's Powell.
No honor among thieves.
That's all I know, really. So let's try to keep things friendly from here on in, okay?
I have to go.
Good luck.
Now, if I remember right... I believe that is supposed to give you an upgrade of some sort. Although I don't rightly remember what it is. But... ah, there we are. The Stinger 2 pistol and the combat sensor. I was just too quick on the draw going into my menu. So, let's get our shotgun here. Actually, if we can, let's give Caden the Stinger 2 pistol. And then let's attach the combat sensor. Now, the combat sensor makes it so that it's more difficult for the enemies to jam your radar in the lower right corner. It will happen from time to time, but I typically keep one of my teammates with one of those equipped at all times. Just makes life a little bit easier if you're relying on that to find enemy locations. If you're not such a big deal. Also, these containment cells, red containers, can be blown up, do damage to enemies, as you would expect. And here we find Nihilus's corpse.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us on the Norm.
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
I like the way you hid behind those crates during the fight. Really helped us out. Thanks a lot.
Me? But I'm just a dock worker. I don't even have a weapon. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks, for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Hand over those grenades. Now.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
Too many people died here for you to start jerking me around.
Okay, all right. There was something else. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
So, as you can see, once again, conversations with characters earlier tying into this conversation has led us to get our first grenade upgrade, High Explosive 1, and this should be very, very helpful early on in the game. So we're going to go ahead and equip that as well, and we'll take a look at what it does while we're at it. First things first, let's select the right character here. Grenades, grenade upgrade, High Explosive 1, plus 10% damage, plus 50 radius, and plus 10 force. So, decent little upgrade, not bad for this early on in the game. We have a couple of enemies up ahead, it looks like, on the radar. Let's go ahead and deal with these guys. Just a couple Geth troopers, nothing too serious. Head down the ramp here, and we should have one or two more to deal with. Let's go ahead and get into cover. Or not get into cover. And run up ahead. Let's get a little closer to these guys. And first death of the playthrough. Let's go ahead and resume. We shouldn't be too far back, but this seems like a good place to end this week's episode. So, as always, I'm your host, Jeffrey Lazarus, and you have been watching The Gaming Vector.